Hello there, Stampers! It's Jackie Ballheis from Klompen Stampers. Today I have a really fun project to share with you, and it's kind of twofold. I'm going to show you how to make some great all-occasion note cards. But then we're going to take it one step further, and I'm also going to show you how to make this adorable, super easy box that fits note cards, just made out of a piece of cardstock. So if you like making note cards, this is a great way to package them up, not to keep for yourself, or to give as a gift. What a fun way just to put, you can probably fit about 6 or so in here with the envelopes, and then you could give this as a nice gift. So I want to show you how to make this box. So we'll do the note cards and then we'll do the box. And I got lots of stamping tips to share with you as we go along. Now real quick, before we flip the camera down, don't forget, there will be a link in the video description that will take you to a blog post. Over there, I'll have pictures of our projects today, the note cards and the box, along with all the cutting measurements. So if you'd like to grab those over there so that you can create the note cards or the box, you can do that. I'll also have the complete list of supplies that I used. That way, if you'd like to purchase any of them, you can just click the button and easily add them to your cart. As a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I so thank those of you that order from me. It's what helps me bring these videos to you all the time. So if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, pick me. I'd love to be your demonstrator. Over on the website, use that same link. You can request a catalog as well if you don't have one, plus find all kinds of other goodies. And whoa, one last thing. I always forget to remind you, over there as well, also there's a link in the video description, join my weekly email newsletter. I send out 2, sometimes 3, sometimes more tutorials every single week that are totally free. You can click the download them and use them in your own card making. So it's all about giving you lots of ideas and inspiration. And almost all my projects, I try really hard to design them so that you can use any stamps, ink, and paper. So look beyond the products that I use and how can you use what you already have. Whew! Lots of talking. I want to get to stamping. Let's flip the camera down and let's make our note cards, and then I want to share how to make this box. Hold on. For our project today, we're actually combining 2 stamp sets, the two-tone Flora and the Something Fancy. If you're a newer stamper or don't have a lot of supplies, one way I like to really encourage you to get started is find images you like. Perfect image set here if you like florals. And then find a good greeting set that gives you lots of options, different greetings to use for lots of different occasions. That way, with just these 2 stamp sets, we can do several different things and make cards for different people for different occasions. So I'm going to show you, I think I got about 4 different ones to share with you, different card designs using just those 2 stamp sets and a couple of ink pads. But I want to make one just to show you a few tips for using these stamps. Now, especially this two-tone Flora, this is what's called a 2-step stamp. That means not all of them, most of the images are made up of actually 2 stamps. So these go together, these go together, these go together, those go together. So we're going to stamp one and then stamp the other one right on top of it. Now, for our card here, I just have a piece of basic white, and I'm going to start by putting my greeting on here first, because for our little card, I want to work around the greeting with my floral images. Then, like I said, these stamps, these floral images are made up of 2. So we're going to stamp one and stamp the other on top of it. Now, you certainly can use 2 different color ink pads, a lighter and a darker, but what I tend to do the most is 1 ink pad. So we have Sweet Sorbet here, and I stamp it on scrap paper and then onto my card. That gives me my lighter shade. So let's do that one more time. Looks like I kind of missed a little bit there. That's okay. And then the lighter shade, because now when I take that second stamp that goes right there on top of it and I come full strength off that ink pad, you can see how nicely it shows because we've got those 2 different colors going there. Then we're going to go ahead and take our leaves. We just got pear pizzazz for this, and we're going to just stick a few in here like so. And then there's this, I don't know, should we call it a fern or just a little branch of leaves? I want some of these as well, but I want these to even be lighter. So look at how I'm going to stamp them twice. I actually re-inked this ink pad from when I made my original samples. So my Pear Pizzazz is nice and dark. It was getting pretty light on me. Let's see, let's just put a little bit right there. So I just kind of filled this in to have, you know, a nice array of floral images there. Now, the only stamp that I'm going to use that's outside of those two stamps or stamp sets is a speckle stamp. This is kind of my little crazy obsession. I think this is from the Fern set. There's several different stamp sets that have what I call just speckles. So look through your stamp sets. You probably have something you can use like this. This one I don't even put in my stamp set anymore. I keep it on my desk because I use it so often. But I'm going to touch this super duper light, okay? And just put a few of those little black speckles on there. I think it just kind of completes the look. Now you could also do some spattering or splattering or whatever, but I felt it just kind of tied everything together here. Now, before we move on, let's grab another piece of basic white, and we're going to go ahead and stamp the inside, because we always want to make the inside of our cards pretty as well. So we'll go ahead and let's just use that same flower. I'm not having such good luck with that one, am I? But when I put that one on top, you can't even tell, right? So let's go ahead and we're just going to finish this off. I'm going to kind of do the same thing here. Let's just put a little bit of greenery in there, grab a couple little speckles, and I think we're done with that part. So now let's go ahead, and I have a piece of basic black. Now remember, all these measurements will be on that blog post. You'll find the link in the video description. So we're going to adhere. Oop, I had red ink on me. Uh-oh. Do you see that? You know what? I'm going to show you how to fix that. Boy, I'm a sloppy stamper today, aren't I? Let's go ahead and we're going to just add another flower. And because it's a black layer there, you're never even going to notice that we're going to fill this in a little bit. Let's go ahead and add some of that. And gosh, I am super duper sloppy today, friends. Look at that. Okay. Now we've covered up all our little speckles here. Let's just put, there we go. We're good to go. We're going to go ahead and grab a very vanilla note card as well. You know what? I need to just move these things out of the way. I've been doing this a lot lately, and I really like the look. I didn't think I would the first time I did it, but I'm combining the basic white with the very vanilla. You know, years ago, we probably would have never done that. Kind of like, I remember growing up and you never wore black and brown together, and now that's kind of, you see it all the time. I think white and vanilla is probably the same idea, but I think because there's enough contrast between our white and our vanilla, it works, and I really like that look. Okay, so there is our note card. Now let me move some of these stamps so we don't get any more smudges. And before we move on to our box, I want to show you the other cards I made. So this was my first version. You can see how light that Pear Pizzazz is. It really needed re-inking. And then I took my envelopes, which are very vanilla as well because they're part of that set of note cards and envelopes, and I made my envelopes to match my card. So there is my birthday one. And then here you can see where these again are words out of that same stamp set. And you know what? I'm going to cheat it just a little bit. I'm thinking of you was from something else, but most of these are from there. But you can see I use different images. There's that smaller flower. I'll have all these colors written for you on that blog post as well. So if you'd like to know what all the different color combinations are, you can see I did stamp the inside of each one to coordinate as well. So here is, this could be a wedding card. And then here are even the smaller ones. So you can see all the different flowers, and you could certainly combine all the different flowers into, you know, one look as well. So these would be the note cards that we would put inside our little box for a gift. So let's move ahead, and I want to show you how to make that box. Now I'm going to make it out of a piece of yellow here because I think this shows on the camera better. For my actual box, I made it out of that very vanilla so it coordinates with our envelopes. And we're gonna start, we have a full sheet here, but we're gonna cut it down to 7.5 by 11. So we're gonna come out there and we'll just cut off a little bit. So we're starting with a piece that is 7.5 by 11. And then we're gonna go ahead and start by scoring it at 1 inch. Now for the 1 inch, I like to do it over on the right side on this particular cutter. So we'll turn it back. So we've scored at 1 inch, and then we're gonna come out here to the 5 inch. And we'll go out to the 6 inch. So we have 1, 5, and 6 so far. And then all the way out here to 10. So there's our 10. And then we're gonna go ahead and flip it this way. And again, we're gonna do 1 inch over here, and then we're gonna flip it, and we are going to do 6.5. Now, if you're following along, you technically could just do 1 inch on each side is what I did. So we've got line, 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 and then this way, we've got our scores this way. See, if I show you, here's kind of my cheater one here. You can see the scores a little bit better. So we had 1, 5, 6, and 10, and then 1 inch from each side is how we scored it. Now the next thing that I like to do is use my bone folder and get really nice crisp edges in all of those score lines. So we're gonna just keep folding it up that way. And this box here is gonna be a one-piece box. You know, I've done them before where you have the bottom and the cover, but this, I think some people like to call this like a pizza box because it's all attached into one thing. Okay, so I think we have all of our, you see all our score lines in there now, how we're starting to fold this up. Then we're gonna take our little paper snips here, and on these long sides, we are going to cut on each one of the score lines up to that 1 inch. Now, I like to just cut little tiny triangles, basically cutting that score line off. So go just to the right of it and just to the left of it. When you do that, it will help you fold this up a lot easier. I know some people don't, they just cut right on that line, but I think this makes it a whole lot easier to fold this up and adhere it together. So like I said, on the long side, go ahead and every single one of those score lines that you have, just trim off a little triangle. If you cut out the score line, you're good. If you go a little bit more, a little bit less, there's real no magic here, okay? You just want it trimmed on there. And now, before we start gluing this together, I like to just envision it. You can see here how this box is coming up, and then here's gonna be our cover. So we're gonna start with the bottom part, and this is, our little flaps here are gonna go to the inside like so. So I like to lay it flat, put a little adhesive on each one of those little flaps, and then fold it up and adhere it right there. And right there, okay? So that's that part. Now we're gonna do the same, we can bend this backwards. These little flaps are gonna go to the inside as well. So let's put a little adhesive there and there. Now I know some people prefer to use like snail or something. I'm just a liquid adhesive user for almost everything. Okay, now we have these back little flaps, and those are gonna go in. This is gonna make the cover. So same thing, little flaps, get a little bit of adhesive, and we can go ahead and bring them up like so. Bring that one up like so, and there is the cover of our box, and this will just fold right over like so. And there, oh, that adhesive didn't stick. Shame on me, I didn't hold it long enough, did I? Let's try that one more time. Choop. Oh, I think, you know what, I put it in too far. There we go. Okay, so there is our box. Easy peasy. And you can see how we call it a pizza box because we can just open and close it. Now, if you'd like to, you can take a small little circle punch of some sort and put a little tab in there even. So when it's closed, it makes it easy to grab it. So let me bring back the one I made here. And I just tied this beautiful ribbon around it. I like this stuff. What do they call this? Metallic mesh ribbon, because it ties super easy and it's so pretty. But you can see here, I just decorated the front just like I've been making the cards for this set. And we open it up and all of my cards will fit inside to make a little gift. So I hope you enjoyed this project. If you have any questions, leave us a comment, reach out to me, and don't forget that blog post will have pictures plus a list of all the supplies. Let me know if we can help you in any way, and we'd love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. We'll be stamping again real soon. Have a stamp happy day.